Welcome to Whiz tip number 3. Today I want to talk about something that we all do every now and then. It is how to lose in a game of chess, or how to lose in life, because there are a lot of similarities. I have a 3-step process in this video that'll help us get the most out of our losses while hopefully minimizing our losses in the future. The first step is to accept the loss. It's very, very difficult for some people to actually accept responsibility for something that goes wrong. Let me give you an example. I was playing in a chess tournament a couple years ago, like 20 years ago maybe, and it was a long time control adult chess tournament, so it was like 2 hours per side for 40 moves and then another hour sudden death, so like a 6-hour chess game, and it was running straight through the dinner hour, so I was getting pretty hungry during the game. Now I had plenty of time on my clock and I had my food in the other room, but I was nervous, a little uncomfortable, and I didn't feel comfortable with leaving the chessboard to go eat some food. Well, that was a big mistake. I got hungrier and hungrier. Eventually I blundered a knight as a direct result of being hungry. Maybe you've done that before, and went on to lose the game in spectacular fashion. Well, after the game, it was difficult for me to accept that loss as being my responsibility. I blamed it on being hungry. And this is something you see with a lot of people, particularly in politics, for example. You see politicians never apologize or accept responsibility for something that's going wrong. But in order to lose well, you have to be able to admit to yourself the portion of the loss which was your fault. And the bigger the portion you can admit, the more you can get out of that loss. The second step to losing at chess is to learn from your mistakes. Obviously, you want to learn from your mistakes, but losses are very, very useful because they guide you through those mistakes. Let me give you an analogy. Let's say you're walking down a path blindfolded, so you can't see where you're going. Well, if you never touch anything or feel anything or see anything, if you're just walking forward, hoping you're going the right direction, it's quite possible you'll wander off the wrong direction. In fact, it's quite likely you will. And compare that to winning at chess. You're winning, you're winning, you're winning. You don't know what you're doing wrong. You're simply being encouraged to walk in the same direction, kind of like walking down a path. When you lose in a game of chess, it's like bumping into a wall or a tree or an obstacle of some kind. You're like, oh, that was a mistake. What did I do wrong? You can learn from that and redirect your course. Every time you lose in chess, you can look at that game, find your mistakes, your bad strategy, overlooking a tactic, and make an adjustment to your path. By running into things, you're able to change your direction and actually head down the right path. If you're always winning, it's very hard to tell if you're actually walking in the right direction. So we've accepted the loss, we've learned from the loss. What is the third step? Move past the loss. This is really easy for some people, really difficult for others. On the extreme end, if you can't move past the loss, you see people who they're always down on themselves. They're like, oh, I could never, I'm no good at chess, or I'm no good at math. I hate math. Don't talk to me about math. People, what they've done is they've had some kind of bad experience in that space. Sports is another big example where they had a situation where it was a loss to them and they internalized that. They made it into part of themselves. And if you do that in chess, it's very difficult to improve. If you consider yourself to be a guy who's just not very good at chess, or you don't have the skills to compete, that sets your mindset, which sets your future. It's very, very powerful to have a positive mindset toward the future. You've moved past your losses, but combining that with accepting them and learning from them. So those 3 weapons, accepting, learning from, and moving past your losses, can make you an awesome chess player. Thanks for watching.